Hey, good day. This is your boy Robert Bob TV Brown, the host of Big Rob Reviews, where we review it all from hot dogs to your grandma draws. And uh, I'm very, there's a program that I'm very serious. I'm always talking about it. People say this is all you talk about because I've been a member of this program for 10 years and it helped me deal with so many issues, saved me so much money in so many areas. And I want to pass it on to you because I think it'll benefit not just you, but your entire family. And if you are a minority, living in metropolitan areas, you know you need something like this. You just didn't know something like this exists. The company I represent, and I'm a proud senior director with, is LegalShield. LegalShield is the largest legal entity in the world. I want you to continue to hear that name. Sad to say, 8 out of 10 Americans never heard of LegalShield and don't even know we exist. And we've been around for over 40 plus years. And what we do is we provide equal access to the justice system without worrying about the high hourly costs. Justice no longer become black or white anymore with us, and it no longer become green. We make sure everybody have the exact same access to the justice system through this program. And you can do it through an app. That's how simple this program is. You remember back in the day, you used to go to Camelot Records and you buy all your records, so you order them online. If you're a DJ and you get that promotional copy, they came in a hard form, but you never really got all the records that you wanted. Nowadays, thanks to Spotify and other apps like it, like Tidal, you have access to millions of songs from an app that you can literally hook your phone up to a turntable and do mixing and scratching from your phone. They made it easy, reliable, and more accessible. Easy, reliable, and more accessible. Same thing with shopping. We all used to get in the car. I still go to the mall. Get in the car, go to the mall, and go store to store shopping for particular items. Don't have to do that anymore. Walmart has upgraded to app. Amazon is killing the game and literally killing businesses, mom and pop stores, because they couldn't get up with the time. Why? Because Amazon provide anything you want from the comfort of your chair through a phone app, easy, reliable, and accessible, and it'll come to your house within 2 days. Same thing that happened with videos on demand. Now cable companies offer video on demand, but most people have Netflix. But back in the day, we went to Blockbusters and literally went inside Blockbuster, looked for our video, brought it to the counter and paid for it. And we had to bring it back within a certain day or they're going to charge us overdraft fees and you better rewind that video back or they're going to charge it more money. Blockbuster didn't get with the program, so Netflix changed the game. And now you can have access to so much movies on demand from your phone for a monthly subscription. Easy, accessible, and more reliable. No matter where you are, plane, airport, bathroom, in a restaurant, whatever, you can literally watch movies and TV shows from your phone. Now, they got bootlegs apps to do the same thing, but that's another story. We ain't going to talk about that. But the key is, through these business models, they took in current things that we usually use and we've been using for a while. They made it easy, accessible. They put it in the app. They're more reliable. And all they do is they do it through a subscription-based program. So you don't have to go somewhere and pay the bill every month or nothing like that. You can just literally automatic payment out of your check, and you just tap the app and access shopping, tap the app and access music, tap the app and access movies and TV shows. But what about legal services? What about access in the justice system? Is there something reliable and more accessible? Yes, there is. It's called LegalShield App. Now, I'm going to stroll through here. Like I said, I've been a member of LegalShield for a while. This is the LegalShield app, and I'm going to show you how I use it. It welcomes me. Welcome, Robert. How can I help you today? Well, if I want to call my law firm, I could just tap that app. If I need to start my will, or any other document, because we got thousands of documents available, you can access this through your app. If I wanted to start my will, it'll start my will questionnaire. If I need to get a prenuptial agreement, I'm not that rich yet. Or if I got some bankruptcy issues, questions, or divorce question, I can get them answered right here. If I get a traffic ticket, I can submit my traffic ticket by taking a picture of it. Does your traffic ticket have a court date? And I can put in, yes, it have a court date. I can take a picture of the app and I can send it to my attorney. But the key is I got to send it within 5 business days prior to the court date listed on the ticket to ensure proper legal representation. So I can tap my app for that. Now, I'm on a New York plan. There's a copay. But most of the states in America under this membership, there's no copay. I can tell you many times how this app helped me in traffic situations over and over again, where I didn't have to take time off of my work, lose money, travel, using up gas money to go to court, be there all freaking day to finally call me, and the judge frustrated, and I end up losing my case. And not only do I still have to pay the ticket, but now I got to pay court costs, and now I got to pay a higher insurance rates because now a point's going to go on my record. But when you have an attorney that's going to go out there and fight for you, number one, you don't have to show up. They represent you. You don't have to represent you. You might want to show up if you got the day off just to see this thing work so beautifully, and it does. I've done that. But number one, he who has an attorney is in the best position to win. He who doesn't, he who has the Lawyer for Dummies book, traffic lawyer for dummy book, you're not in a good position to win. Number one, those who have legal representation, they go first. They go first. Number two, he who knows the law is a good attorney, but he who knows the judge is a great attorney. A lot of times those attorneys and the judge have a relationship in that town, especially small town, where most people get their tickets. So I can submit a traffic ticket up here. I may have some questions. I could tap the app and then tap it in there, and I got Aaron who's going to answer my questions. And if need be, Aaron will get me on the phone with attorney to answer my questions. That's why I love this app. If I can get access to free legal forms from this app, I can submit documents, contract and documents. How many people sign contracts and documents and really didn't know what you were signing? And even though you thought you knew what you were signing, it's not what's actually on the contract or in the contract that hurts you. It's the things that should have been in the contract, but it never was in contract because you don't know what's supposed to be in the contract. Only your attorney knows. They say the bold print give and the fine print take away. A lot of time we got taken away, sometimes literally to jail because we didn't understand the fine print. But now you don't have to do that. You can submit your documents and your contracts for review by a top-rated attorney that specializes in that area, and he will give you legal counsel and legal advice on that situation. So let me go over briefly some of the things that this service provide. You also get emergency access after hours. This is so huge. After hour legal consultation for covered legal emergencies are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, even on holidays and the weirdest hours. You have access to an attorney. Most of law enforcement get their business done for us. Quotas, making sure they got enough summons written out, make sure they got enough tickets written out, checking people's background, see if they got any warrants and things like that. Most of that stuff get done. The highest time is usually after 5 o'clock when you cannot access an attorney if you got one. Or on the weekends, Friday after 5 o'clock all the way up to Sunday is the greatest time of all times to lock them up because they can hold you up to 72 hours if you don't have any representation. I know that I've been in that situation before. That's why I love this app because it got me out of a situation. I was out of intake in probably less than 12 hours. Story, I was trying to get a lady on the train, and in some parts of New York City, it's illegal to swipe somebody on the train. Me and that lady both went downtown. I haven't heard from the lady to this day. I hope she's okay. But me, I had an attorney, and the attorney helped me throughout that whole entire process. Got me out of that situation. Another situation, I'll tell you this, it was in the middle of the night. I was coming from doing a presentation talking about this phenomenal program to some people in the rural area who had a bunch of kids who oftentimes was getting harassed by the police department. So on my way back, police pull up on me with the red and blue lights. I'm trying to figure out why I'm being stopped. I'm just having a good time, listening to my Christian music, gospel music, just driving on, minding my business. But then I got a little nervous. I said, I'm not stopping in this area because a bunch of trees and there ain't nothing out here but deers and probably some bears. So I'm not stopping. So I called my attorney, emergency access. This was before the app. The app makes it easy. I literally called them a toll-free 800 number, emergency number. And my attorney said, where are you, Mr. Brown? And he said, okay, is there a lot of lighting? Is there a public place? No. He said, you have a right to go to a public place, drive at a moderate speed, and put your blinkers on. This signal to the police department that you don't feel safe parking there, stopping right there. You have that right. Now, he's going to be frustrated, but I will be on the phone. I'll be on the phone with you. So I continue to ride down there to a safe place. He said, now, when you park, make sure you got your license and registration already out. And put it on the dashboard. That way you're not reaching out for something to give them a reason to try to pull a gun on you. And don't roll the window all the way down. Crack it a quarter down, just enough to hand them the registration, and keep your doors locked. And let me answer the attorney. Let me answer the officer when he arrives. Just say, hey, I have my attorney on my phone. If you're in your intention to detain, question, arrest me, talk to my attorney. He's right here on speakerphone. And he took it from there. See, that's the thing about it. We need to shut up sometime and let somebody of authority take it from there, because sometimes we can aggregate the situation. Yeah, you know your rights, but being arrogant and throwing it in their face, making them look like a fool sometimes is kind of tick them off. So how about you let your attorneys do that work for you, where you don't have to do all that work. You can just sit back, relax, and chill. So that's what happened. My attorney said, yes, I'm the Framing Law Firm. I represent Mr. Brown. If you got any questions concerning my client, you address them to me. But before we get into your questions, officer, what is your name? What is your badge number? Who is your supervisor on the shift tonight? Because I will be giving them a call. Now, what is the reason why you stopping Mr. Brown? Well, his lights got to look like his lights going on and off, look like there's a shortage. He said, that's fine. Write him up the ticket. He's not answering no questions. He's not going to let you search his car or anything. Write him the ticket. But in the meanwhile, I will be putting in a FOIA request to look at the dash cam to see if his lights were blinking, because you should be able to have that on dash cam. And second, I'm going to make sure that your supervisor know that I got my eye on you. Well, I went to sir instead of, look here, do you know how, you know why I stop you? No, now I went to Mr. Brown. I'll be right back. So he went back to his car. I don't know what he was doing. He probably just playing with his thumbs because he couldn't get me. And when he came back, he said, Mr. Brown, we'll let you go this time. Might want to take care of that thing. I don't know. It seems to be working pretty good right now, but it looked like it was blinking while you were going up the road and probably hitting dips and things like that. I want to make sure I was taking care of your safety. Trying to make sure he was concerned about me. So my attorney said, so Mr. Brown is free to go? He said, yeah. He said, did you get a ticket? He said, no, I'm not going to give him a ticket. He said, that's fine. He said, that's fine. But I still would like to see your dash cam. And I still will put in a FOIA request. And sure enough, the FOIA request was put in for them to look at the dash cam. And come to find out, he was doing that to quite a few people coming down that road to question them, detain them, possibly search their car. So you got to understand, police officers, a lot of time they claim they don't have quotas, but they do have performance evaluation. To me, that's just a prettier word about quotas. And they have to adhere to it. So that's how that saved me. And it can help your child. It can help you. It can help your grandparents in situations like that, especially when you got police officers that have confessed on TV that they're told to target Hispanic and blacks. And they're a target that they can make up their numbers by going into the underprivileged areas of the city versus the upper higher class. So, which means they're targeting, you got to be ready for when you get targeted. Now, let's go to my services. Okay, this is me, date of birth. Now, y'all need to see my address. All right, this is my plan. I have the New York plan. New York, my plan is $15 a month, $15.95, say $16, $4 a week I pay. $4 a week to have access to some of the top rated attorneys, not just in New York, but all across the country. No matter where I'm at, I'm covered under this protection. Once I'm out of the New York jurisdiction, I'll automatically fall into the jurisdiction of the other plans. Like if I'm in Virginia, I immediately go from the New York plan into the Virginia plan. Now, if I'm visiting. Now, if I'm staying there, I have to upgrade. But if I'm visiting, I got representation in Virginia. I got representation in Houston, Texas, if I'm in Houston, Texas. I get the opportunity to get advice and consultation by top-rated attorneys. So it doesn't matter whether it's a landlord-tenant issue or issue with my child, neighbor, or whatever. I can pick up the phone, unlimited, without getting a bill in the mail, because this is a month-to-month subscription of $15.95 a month, $4 a week. And I can get legal counsel and legal consultation and legal advice from the best attorneys that specialize in that area of need that you have. That is powerful. Also, instead of me getting mad and cussing people out and fussing them out and writing nasty letters and going across the counter and knocking them out and stuff like that when they do me wrong, I can have an attorney, if he deemed it necessary, let him write a letter, let him make the phone calls. His letters and phone calls have way more weight than yours do. When you call an establishment fussing and complaining, they put you on hold until you give up, till you tap out, like a submission move. But when your lawyer call, they connect them to the legal department. Why? Because they know you mean business. When you write that letter on that Garfield letterhead or the Hello Kitty letterhead, which ain't no threat to nobody, it's going to go into the complaint department known as the trash can, and that file cabinet called the trash can. But when your attorney with that power letterhead, and probably have to be signed, certified letter, it goes to the legal department. They know you mean what? They know you mean business. Besides, let the attorneys handle these things for you when you don't have to get into it. The wealthy don't get into a fight over stuff like that. They'll just quietly point to you and say, you'll be hearing from my attorneys in the morning. I'll be like, you'll be hearing from my attorneys right now. I'm going to get them on the phone. The attorneys have more weight than you will ever had. And I understand. This is huge, especially when it comes to small situations, because oftentimes you're not going to spend, you're not going to go to attorney to fight for your rights over a shirt that got shrunk in the cleaners or the colors faded out in the cleaners and you paid $25 for the shirt because the service from the attorney costs more than the shirt. Doesn't make sense. It costs too much. Well, we removed that. So it doesn't matter now. It's the principle. You shrunk my shirt, you need to pay for it. I'm going to get an attorney. Most people don't have this where it's unlimited. My attorney's going to deal with you and I ain't got to pay extra out of my pocket. I don't get a mail as part of this monthly subscription. 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency access. I told you about that. Things like stop and frisk, car accidents, somebody trying to take your child away from you, or somebody trying to take you away from your child. I've been accused when I was a kid. I was a bad kid, so I did steal. I was real slick with the hands. 5-finger discount was my favorite discount. But the whole bottom line is, some of my friends was not like that. My friend like, Rob, why are you doing this, man? You're going to get us in trouble, man. Why are you doing that? And sure enough, I got a couple of them in trouble. Why? Because when they came to deal with me, they dealt with all of us. They didn't steal anything. A couple of them guys was good guys, honored their parents. I honored my parents. I just was a crafty kid, just rebellious. My mom did great raising me, but I was just rebellious. And you're going to have kids who out there hanging out with kids that are rebellious, and your kids may not be like them. Your kids may not be doing the 5-finger discount. But what if one of them do the 5-finger discount and your child is in the middle of that? We teach your child how to tap the app on the phone and get an attorney in an emergency situation to help them out in that situation. Because calling mommy ain't going to help. Calling daddy ain't going to help. because they can just ignore. See, the Miranda right is you have a right to call an attorney, not your mama, not your pastor, not your cousin who's a lawyer. So you have a right to call your attorney. And this puts you in a position where you have access to attorney, your children in a position where they access attorney. And I will be doing tutorials teaching kids how to use this membership. So it's anytime the presence of an executive branch official who is attempting to take away your child, if you were injured or being asked to sign a document that would forfeit or waive your right, freedoms, or liberty, this benefit is not to be used for matters when you wish to take legal action against another party. Speeding tickets, I went over that. Here in New York, there's a $25 per claim copay. But most states, it's part of the membership. Last will and testament. Through the app, you'll get your last will and testament, document review. Let me go back, last will and testament. They say if you don't have a will, then you showing your family that you're only willing to love them up to a certain point. A will say, I'm going to love you beyond beyond my death, beyond my passing. They say if you don't have a will, your state have a will for you and you will not like it. You think these things will happen if you're gone, but that may not be the law. A lot of times this stuff go into probate and the judge make decision whether your children stay with Aunt Lucille or whether they go to Auntie Carolyn, who got the uncle that you're not so sure about. Let your will be done. You can get your app done right here, right now. In this situation. So, and look, we do have another program where, if you get in a car accident, personal injury or something like that, our attorneys will represent you. It's going to be on a contingency fee basis, which means they don't get paid unless you win a settlement and they'll get a percentage of that. That's how that normally goes. But even if you do stupid stuff like criminal stuff or you decide to put on a ski mask and go into 7-Eleven and take some chips, dumb stuff, you still have the right to attorney. We're still going to represent you. It's just going to be at the regular rates of the attorney, but you're going to get a 25% minimum discount, which is unheard of in the legal field, for an attorney to represent you in those extreme, not so often situations. So I can go on and on about this program. Now, this one in my plan that I just showed you is $15.95 a month. I got the $15.95 a month plan. You see that? $15.95 a month plan, $4 a week. But most states have a more robust plan for $24.95 a month. That's $6 a week. For an example, if you need to sue somebody or somebody's going to sue you, you get starting off 75 hours the first year, up to 350 hours by your 5th year of continued membership. If you're going to sue somebody or somebody sue you, you don't have to come out your pocket. You realize how much power that is? Somebody trying to sue you over $300 and you got over maybe $30,000 worth of legal defense to go to court. Once they hear from the attorney and they say, Mr. Brown already have stored in his legal defense fund with our law firm 350 hours to fight this thing. And at the rates of $400 an hour, that's a lot of money. You think they're going to continue to fight you on situations like that? No, they're not. Why? Because you have more skin in the game than they do. They're going to have to come out a whole lot out of their pocket before they even get to trying to battle that $500 or that $200 that they're claiming that you owe them. So guys, look, I just wanted to go over this phenomenal app. This app is beautiful and it's more easy and accessible. Like I said, we used to call the 1-800 number and get things done. But now just by tapping the app on your phone, you can get this app from the Google Play Store or the iTunes Store and you can play with it. But you have to become a subscriber. So if you want to become a subscriber, get with the person who sent you to this website that represents LegalShield. Or if nobody did, you can go to my website. You can go to EJforall.com, equaljusticeforall.com. And there's a link on the page that says, get your LegalShield membership started. Become a member of LegalShield. And you'll be able to click that. And it'll take you directly to my website, my LegalShield website, and you can sign on and become a member there. Now, we're getting a lot of people to sign on for this thing because they see the value of it. And I know from experience how to use this, and I teach kids and parents how to use this. And I go to churches, I go to Parent Teachers Association and teach people why it's so important to have this app on the phone. This is the most important app in app history, and it should be on everybody's phone. Everybody's phone, because these situations will come, and so all you have to do is tap the app. If you're advancing in life, you need to tap the app to have them look at the contract. That's my sister trying to talk to me. This is important. Put a law firm in your palm of your hand. Access to justice is in your back pocket or your front pocket. Anytime you confront it with injustice, all you have to do is pull out the phone and tap the app. You have a right to call your attorney, so that means you have a right to go to your phone right now. You don't have to wait till you get downtown or nothing like that. You have a right. And if anybody deny you your right, it's very suable. So, guys, I'm done with this particular tutorial. I love this app. Go ahead and download your app. Play with it a little bit, but to utilize it to its full potential, you have to become a member. Most states in the United States is $24.95 a month, $24 a month. It gives you a whole host of other things that I didn't include in this. I just went over the $15.95 New York plan, which is phenomenal. I mean, and I usually market just that because that is super convenient. I mean, $24 a month. $6 a week. We eat that on freaking hot dogs and honey buns, Starbucks. It's very affordable. Everybody need it. Everybody can afford it. Everybody should be able to have access to it. And if you advance in life, you need it. We have all kind of, endorsements and thumbs up on this, from the Better Business Bureau, A+ rating, to Tom Donahue being one of our chief advocates. Tom Donahue is the president of the United States Chamber of Commerce, the National Black Chambers of Commerce. A lot of the Attorney General Association, the U.S. Attorney General Association, talk highly about our program. Matter of fact, a lot of our attorneys are former state attorney generals. I can go on and on. Bill Paul, the former president of the American Bar Association, he's one of our advocates for our program. We have over 30,000 businesses that we represent legally because of this program. We have over 50,000 companies offer this as a benefit to their employees. We have 4.5 million members, going on and on and on. We can afford the best attorneys for the least cost to you. So very credible. I mean, I can go on and on. Anyway, I'm done. My name is Robert Brown. Go ahead and sign up for the membership. My link is down there below directly to my LegalShield page. It's also a link to my Equal Justice for All page, which you can refer people to go to that website to get more information. And hopefully, I'm looking to build a team nationwide. I'm looking to build a team in Canada, and we just opened up in Europe. I'm looking to build I'm looking to do a movement, man, with this thing, Equal Justice for All movement through an app. And I'm looking for people to join my team. So if you're interested in learning more about becoming part of what I call Team Dominion or the Protection Coalition, go ahead to that website and look at the business opportunity side of this, because it's a phenomenal business model, kind of like insurance companies. I mean, we have to start there. I know all of us want to have there is free legal services up there, but it's not high caliber legal services. And until we fix this system, this is the best we got. And I'm telling people, ride this horse until the horse retire. I'm going to ride this horse. I'm inviting you to ride this horse with me. So go to EJforall.com and watch the videos and get educated on the membership a little more, and get educated on the business side of the membership, and watch the video of Jeff Bell talking about our mission, our mandate to bring equal justice to everybody in America, and how we're going to make it more affordable for them to have access to the justice system. I'm Robert Brown. Let's build this organization and let's get the rock and rolling. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.